An equation has how many solutions? An equation has how many solutions? Right? One solution. How many does an inequality have? Infinite. All right, so what we're going to be doing, you're going to be following the exact same steps. You must make sure that the inequality is simplified first. All right, so solve, then graph. 5x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 11. Do you have that written down? Is there anything we can simplify? Nope. So we're going to put our wall up. We're going to undo subtracting. We are going to add 4 to both sides. I don't switch the inequality, do I? See the arrow? I'm going to drop down my symbol. These cancel. And I get 5x, drop down your symbol, greater than or equal to 15. I do not have x by itself. So I'm going to drop my wall with the arrow on it. They're multiplying by 5, so I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Do I flip the inequality? No. No. So x is greater than or equal to 3. Okay? Open circle or solid dot on 3?
Solid dot.
Solid dot. Shading. This says any number greater than or equal to 3. Which way is that?
Right.
Yep. Well, if I pick a point, is 10 in that shaded region? If I take 5 times 10, what do I get? 50 minus 4 is 46. Is that greater than or equal to 11? Yep. Is there anything we can simplify? There's no parentheses. There's no multiplying, dividing, no like terms, right? Put your wall up. They're adding 4, so we're going to from both sides. And we have b divided by negative 3 is less than 9. Are we done? No, this is what we were doing the other day, yesterday. What are we going to do to both sides, Nevaeh?
We're going to multiply by negative 3.
Do you guys hear anything?
Yep.
Are we multiplying or dividing both sides by a negative?
Yep.
Do I need to flip the inequality?
Yep.
Do you see how it's a negative that we're multiplying on both sides? Do we flip the inequality? And we get greater than negative 27. Open circle or solid dot on negative 27. Shading. Right? You guys, is 0 in that shaded region? Is 0 greater than negative 27? I'm going to check with 0. So watch this. 0 divided by negative 3 is?
0.
Plus 4.
4.
Is that less than 13?
Yes.
Yep. It checks. What is different about number 3 than the other numbers? Raise your hand and tell me what's different about it. What's different about it, Landon? Compare 1 and 3. What's different about it?
That the 3m is in the middle.
Yep.
instead of on
Do you guys see how we're subtracting the 3m? I have to do keep, change, opposite on this, because if you don't, you will lose your sign. That's not a positive 3m. When you do keep, change, opposite, it's really negative 3m. I cannot simplify, so I put my wall up. They're adding 7, so we're going to Subtract 7. See how I line it up with its like term? Do I switch the inequality here?
Nope.
Nope. Drop down your greater than or equal to, and that's 12, right? What am I going to do now, Caden?
Subtract. Add. Multiply.
Caden, what are they doing to negative 3 and m?
Multiply.
So what are we going to do?
What?
We're going to divide both sides by what, Caden?
Negative 3m.
Just negative 3. Do I flip the inequality here, Caden?
Yes.
Yep, because we're dividing both sides by a negative. So it's going to be m is less than or equal to negative 4. Open circle or solid dot on negative 4. Matthew, which way are we shading? Left? You guys, is negative 100 in this shaded region?
Yep.
So when I check it, I'm going to go 7 plus negative 3 times negative 100. That's 300, isn't it? Plus 7. What's 300 plus 7?
307.
Is 307 greater than or equal to 19?
Yep.
Yes, that's true, isn't it? Number 4 is not simplified. We need to do the distributive property. So here I get 7x minus, what do I get here, Michael?
Negative 21.
Yeah, did you do keep change opposite? Well, it'd be plus negative 21 is less than or equal to negative 28, right? Can we simplify anything else? No. So put your wall up. If they're adding negative 21, Gabby, what are we going to do? And Gabby, what do we have to do on the right-hand side then? Keep change opposite. So it's plus positive, isn't it? Don't these cancel out? Negative 21 plus 21? So we have 7x. We don't switch the inequality. We only do that if we're multiplying or dividing both sides by a negative. Negative 28 plus 21 is what, Lainey? Then what do I do, Lainey? Do I have to switch the inequality when I divide both sides by 7? No. So it's x is less than or equal to negative 1. Open circle or solid dot on negative 1. Shading to the left. Is negative 100 in there? When I check it, negative 100 minus 3 is negative 103 times 7. Isn't that a really big number in the negative 700s? Is that less than or equal to negative 28? Sure is. So we're going to keep change opposite here. That's going to be plus negative. Is there anything I can simplify? No. Drop your wall. They're adding 5, so we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. These cancel, leaving me with negative 3x is greater than 3. We're going to put our wall up. They're multiplying by negative 3, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Do I flip the inequality here? Did I multiply or divide both sides by a negative? So how many of you got x is less than negative 1? Nice. Good job, you guys. Shading. Is negative 100 in that shaded region?
Yep.
So if I take 5 plus negative 3 times negative 100, that's negative 300, isn't it? Or 300. Plus 5 is 305. Is that greater than 8? Is 305 greater than 8?
If they're all, and then subtract negative 3 on both sides.
Subtract negative 3 or just subtract 3?
Or yeah, subtract 3.
And that leaves me with
4.5x greater or equal to 18.
okay, then what do I do?
Divide by 4.5 on each side.
Everybody agree? Divide both sides by 4.5. We do not switch the inequality. Which one goes underneath? 18 divided by 4.5. Can I divide by decimal? Move it one place. This is 18, so it really becomes 180. Nevaeh, how many times is 45 going to 180?
4.
Perfectly, right? So it's x is greater than or equal to 4. Open circle or solid dot, Lainey? Shading. I didn't hear you. Shading to the right. Is 10 in that shaded region? Huh? Yes. Just watch. 3 plus 4.5 times 10. That's mental math, isn't it? There's 1 0 on there, which means we move the decimal point one way to the right. So that's 45, isn't it? 45 plus 3, is that greater than or equal to 21? Well, you get 48. Isn't that greater than 21? And it checks. Okay, so plus negative 8. Did keep change opposite? Okay, put your wall up. In order to get rid of negative 8, we subtract negative 8 on both sides. Keep change opposite. And negative 8 plus 8, they cancel, right? So 2y is less than negative what?
26.
No. Negative 18 plus 8 is? We're going to divide both sides by? What? Do I flip the inequality? No. So y is less than negative 5. Open circle or solid dot? Shading. It's $12 a week, right? So what letter do you want to? How many weeks? Until what? Less than 60? Okay. So you start with $200 having to pay them. Every week you pay them, you're subtracting off $12 per week. 12 times W. We want to know, when will this be less than $60? So I put $60 here. So we're going to subtract 200 on both sides. These cancel, leaving me negative 12W is less than, I'm going to keep change opposite. That's negative what? 140? Okay. Then we are going to divide both sides by negative 12. Do I have to flip the inequality? Yep. W is going to be greater than, it's positive. I will tell you, you get 11.6 repeating. Can you have 11.6 repeating weeks? No, so it's got to be 12 weeks where it's going to be less than $60.